from where you're seeing it now, and the significance of where we are here today, you'd recall back in 1980, this is where Robert Mugabe was first inaugurated. Today marks now a couple of hours before the final send-off. You would see there just behind part of the military that is carrying the coffin of the later former president, the children of the former president also accompanying the coffin, as it will be placed just at this tent right in front of me. These are live pictures, if you've just joined us, from the Rufaro Stadium in Harare, Zimbabwe, as the coffin of the late former president of Zimbabwe arrives here. Well, the coffin now being placed just underneath this tent. Just behind it is the family members, of course. Who just like yesterday, side by side with him, in just a moment, the official program will get underway, and the family members will make their way to the podium. You'd recall over the past 2 nights, the later former president had been lying in state at his Borrowdale residence, often called the Blue Roof. And there several night vigils were held, prayer services in the morning, and now the family will make their way towards
Griselda, it's Blaine. Just give us a sense, if you can.
If you've just joined us, these are live pictures from the Rufaro Stadium in the city center in Harare, as the body of the later former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, arrives for a final day of viewing here at the stadium. Thousands more still expected here to pay their last respects. The family now making their way to the podium. We'll also bring that live to you here on the SABC News channel. And of course, tomorrow at the National Stadium, that's where dignitaries, heads of state will pay tribute to a man who has ruled this country for close to 4 decades. The second and final day of viewing for the public.
Griselda Lewis,
Desiree and Blaine, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
We can hear you loud and clear, Griselda. Just give us a sense, if you can. There's been reports that Robert Mugabe always wanted his wife, Grace Mugabe, by his side. That was one of his requests. And we've seen Grace Mugabe traveling with the body of Robert Mugabe, even in the helicopter, correct?
Well, that's correct, Blaine, and often when we interacted with the family, we would often hear that sentiment being shared, that the former president of Zimbabwe always wanted his wife at his side. I have not spotted her here this morning. Who I have spotted are the two children, the boys and the daughter as well, who are here. We'll move towards just the podium now, Blaine. Forgive me, I am just really trying to move from one area to the other. But indeed, that sentiment has always been shared, Blaine. We'll move towards the podium now, that the former president of Zimbabwe had always wanted his wife, Grace Mugabe, by his side. And she'd always been seen as a very towering figure, Blaine. Alongside her husband, she always stood firm in the decisions that her husband had made, and many have also described her as the strong woman at his side. Blaine, we will take you live now to the program as it is about to begin. I will halt for now as the family stands.
Simultâneo. vese ndokutendai nekuimba rwiyo rwenyika. Panguva ino ndakumbira Senior Chaplain General kuti vatipe ndamano. Senior.
Tinotenda vatikaunganira pano ndi baba vedu tese, saka isu vafundisi we work together as a team. Ndakumbira Evangelist Kampira Chaplain General wokunyaradzo group kuti vauye vatinamatire.
Namati Mwari Baba wedu na tenzi wedu Jesu Kristu, tinokutendai pazuva rinoti nhasi matipa chipo cheupenyu. Tiri muground muno metenge tiri nezuro, tiri kuuya nemutumbi wemuranda wenyu wakashanda mabasa makuru munyika yeZimbabwe. Uyo makadaidza kuuya kumusha. Ndokutendai Mwari nepurogiramu iri kufamba zvakanaka. Tinokumbira Baba wedu mazuva anoti nhasi nemazuva ari pamberi epurogiramu yemuranda wenyu, mubasa wenyu wakashanda basa guru munyika yeZimbabwe muAfrica yose pasi rose. Ndokumbira kuti muifambise zvakanaka muri mutungamiriri anopinda pakati pemhuri, anopinda mukati menyika, anopinda mukati memunhu wese ari mukati meurongwa hwemubasa wenyu. Tinokutendai Mwari, tikomborerai maproceedings ari kutanga zvino kudzimarara tichipedza basa remuranda wenyu. Komborerai vari kutungamira minista wedu, Minista Matema, pamwe chete netimu yese Foreign Affairs. Komborerai hurumende yedu, komborerai zvakare Kenol Yakudya nevafundisi wese vemachechi akasiyana siyana pakutakura iri basa remuranda wenyu. Runyararo rwenyu Mwari runopinda kuziva kwese, runyaradze murekwa kushungu, murekwa marufu, murekwa karigambombe, muri dzese dzeukama nenyika yese Zimbabwe ngainyaradzwe nyingi. Jesu Kristu tenzi wenyu. Amen.
Tinotenda vafundisi vedu sezvatakaita nezuro. We all know what we came here for, why we're here. We're sending off our former president. We are here for the national board viewing, which started yesterday, of our former president. Like we did yesterday, we'll start with the family. The family today is led by Amai Chidakwa. Like I said earlier on, and as is normal, and as is cultural, she is representing the Kushungo and Marufu families. Only after the families have gone through the process of body viewing will we have everybody else viewing the body. We are still expecting people from several provinces Matabele North, Bulawayo, Matabele South, the Midlands Province and Masvingo Province to arrive here. Yesterday we started late. Though Sakataka Zotine Zulu, let's start earlier today. So for the moment, let's have Mai Chitakwa leading the two families. Mai Chitakwa, please.
Bavari kufamba as the Bushungu family takes posture, as they start the process. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say good morning to you, everyone. Ndoda kukumbira kuti mangwanani ano tirangarire kuti tinofamba nequeue. Queue yedu vachatiratidza pakamira mapurisa uko kune mabarricades. Ndo kwatotangira queue yedu ikoko. Hakuna unofamba achipindira muqueue. Ndambonzwa mumwe achitaura makuseni zvikanzi inini ndichaita kutanga kupindira. Regai ndikuyeuchidzei kuti pindai muqueue, hatidi vanotsikana, toda kufamba zvakanaka. May God bless everybody as we proceed with the official program right now. Tisapa vanhu vekunze news dzisipo nekuramba tichiita zvisizvo. Isusu ngatiite zvine order. Ndoramba ndichidzoka kwamuri ndichiti mangwanani ndovimba kuti madya, ndovimba kuti mageza, ndovimba kuti mabva kumba muchitenderana kuti muya kuzoona musharukwa wedu. Mwari achitikomborera achitiitira zvakanaka. You are a good people. Say to somebody next to you, you are a good person, I love you. Taura naye kuti I love you. Ndakambokutaura izuro kuti usangoti I love you kumukadzi wemunhu baso.
Right, you're watching split screens of two very important stories. The first one you were watching was at Harare's Rufaro Stadium, where the body of Robert Mugabe is lying in state, and people, this is the public viewing part, and you've heard a prayer done there as well. So now I just want to take you to Sandton. It's where a memorandum is being read out, we're told, by the activists that are present there with regards to